Hello, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button, a junk journal, a slow stitch, and today I am going to do a completely free haul. So it's junk journal, slow stitch, completely sustainable, completely free. So let's get into it. I'm going to leave the best till last. I'm going to go through the real trash to start with. I've got a box. I could have had more boxes in this, but I kind of like the idea of a journal with these proportions, so I don't know when that'll be. Sometime in the new year after junk journal January has gone. Nets. I'm a bit in love with this. This is a bit of a new resource for me, really. As in the autumn I started to dabble. I'm going to show you what you can do with it, and then I have this bit. I don't know this looser stuff, how this is going to quite work. I guess you'll have to wait and see for a slow stitch video. But we've got the kind of netting that you keep fruits and vegetables. This was little oranges, kind of sweet easy peelers, and red onions. So I particularly like the red onion. I think I've shown this before, but like I've used it in journals. This is a Be Happy stationery one, and just using it as like a ribbon or to add texture to pages. It's just so lush. I've kind of really fallen in love with it. Yeah, like look at that, just kind of whimsy texture. You just can't knock it, and it's completely free. And then look at the slow stitchness. So it's kind of around here, and it's exactly this. And I don't really like it as a, like it kind of shouldn't exist, but it kind of does. So, I'm not going to just put it in the bin for wildlife to get tangled up in. I'm going to use it. So when I come across it, I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to use it, particularly in things like this, and make something beautiful out of it. This is not finished. It is a project that should have been done for October, but it's kind of going to be put to one side for a little bit. Still on the trash. Toilet roll tubes. I've got 5 of them. I've not really been, I kind of just started intentionally keeping them. And I think I want to make a gingerbread village. I've seen reels and YouTube shorts where you kind of cut them into the shape of a house, and then you get the Posca markers. I think I'm going to have to paint them as well. I'll do a video on that because I think that's going to be like a quite nice little trash to treasure. So yeah, toilet roll tubes. Now, slow stitch stuff. So I think this is slow stitch, and then this is free, but it's come from inside of my house. So this is a very old duvet cover from when my daughter was small, and I don't know why we still have it, but I was going through some cupboards and I found it, and it's kind of this gingham. It's a bit bobbly, and then it's kind of got like faux patchwork, and you can see it's really old, and it's even been chopped into. Why has it been chopped into? I don't know, but it's going to get more chopped into. It'll just show up in various projects. And then, speaking of duvet covers, I've got this one that we just don't like it. We don't like the feel of it, and we've had it on the bed a couple of times, and we're like, we don't like the feel of this. It's like a really rough linen that's just not got soft as it's gone on. So it's got this kind of quite close ticking stripe, and then like a wider stripe. So actually, I thought, well, actually, it'll be good slow stitch stuff. So that's going in the cupboard. And then, the final one for duvet throwing outness. Because I don't do it often, because we don't often buy duvet covers. But we changed the size of our duvet last year, and this is now too small. So, it's got beautiful birds on it. And there are lots because it's a big duvet cover. And then on the other side, it's just got like little flowers. And I like the colours because I think I can turn this into any season just by adding various bits. It can be quite autumnal, or even quite wintry, or even quite spring and summery, depending on what bits you add to it. So and I'm on a bit of a bird kick with my robins, but not robins. All other kinds of birds can be made using this. I'm so excited, and it's got big roses on it too. So I think that those will kind of do my sewing stash some good. I've got a bit of wardrobe clearing out, so we might use that too. But this is completely free. Now we're going to do stuff that I found out in the wild. Today I went out with a friend. We went to a craft stall and we did some networking for our craft group that we have in the town. And we went to this craft fair, and it was in a little village that has a free library. We were going past and I was like, stop! And she was like, what? I said, I get Miles to do this all the time. And we went and had a look at the free library. And I go for the books that people will not get to be useful, basically. And they're at the bottom and they're a little bit, a little bit worse for wear. So I've got this one. You can see it's a bit like damp. Got to. But it's got amazing pictures. They're a bit shiny, but I don't mind that. It all adds to the texture. But so it's got like kind of bits of art in it, and it's also got villages, the Cotswolds. It's got good paper as well, so this will make journal pages and illustrative. Look at that little girl. So really chuffed with that. And then I got 3 children's books on this one. I'm so in love with this. So this is Brindle Bear telling the time. And look at the clocks. I think this board might get turned into a journal somehow, because I can't like take it off. So this might become like the outside of a journal. I don't know. It'll go into my little thought process. But the grandfather clocks in particular, I love a grandfather clock. We bought one in the summer. It's a bit of a Griswold outing and a completely unintentional purchase, but it only cost me £35 for a clock that we think is about 150 years old. So I justify it that way. And it needs fixing. Very much needs fixing, and I will take you on the journey of that. But I just like the grandfather clocks. So there's all kinds of clocks as Brindle Bear learns how to tell the time, basically. But there's really nice little other bits. Like, I like the bear, but I really like that window. That window would be so cool in a junk journal. There's just like, just lots of little really pretty bits. That in itself, and then the little bird. All of the clocks. Like all of the clocks. So this is a delightful book. It's got a clock with a windmill, and if you really know me, you know that is like the ultimate. A clock and a windmill. Oh, I'm so excited. So I don't know, that might get used sooner rather than later, because I'm quite excited about that. Okay, and then the next is an illustrated dictionary. If you can see, there's all a little bit like this one, kind of at the back. It's got tears in it. They're really kind of not the books that people will want. This is really good because it's got little illustrations in it that would be useful. And some of them are pretty. And the paper is really good quality. I like the lemons, even the little lecterns alright, and the lavender. It's really matte. It would hold paint well. Look at the butterflies. The poor soldiers. But yeah, there's all kinds of things in here that I just think it would be a really nice thing to use as pages, but also the illustrations are quite nice too. Nice, like buildings, animals. Might make a few dog angels for Christmas. Another clock, like the insides of the clock. So my grandfather clock actually looks a bit like that, but it's got like a scene. And you see all these bits, we got them in an ice cream tub. And it doesn't have any weights. So she was like, it doesn't have any weights or a pendulum. And I was like, okay, I don't think I'll be able to fix it in the way she thinks I'm going to fix it. It's going to get a digital mechanism. So Then this one is a nursery companion, and the illustrations in this are really beautiful as well. They're like kind of oldie worldy. Just the animals, they're just really beautiful. And it's got like all of these kind of, well, it's Napoleon, isn't it? It's kind of like Regency sort of pictures. And I just love them. I've got like a Jane Austen book that I want to do, and I thought it would be wonderful in the Jane Austen book, because it is very, oh, excuse my phone, it is very like Regency. I just love it. So yeah, free, absolutely free. So if you're in the UK, these are free little libraries. I think they have them everywhere. If there's a pot to put pennies in, I generally put some pennies in. I get also these types of books, not free, but for pennies in Tesco's. They have sort of shelves, and I have a little coin purse that I keep by in case there's some really special ones. But I look for the very special ones there. But I have actually had some amazing ones from there. So free little libraries, go for the books that nobody else is going to use as a library book. Go for the old, slightly torn books. The ones that are not appealing, like there was all kinds of like, you know, Peppa Pig books and even Beatrix Potter books. I left them there, you know, that children would engage with. Pick the ones that nobody's going to choose, because you'll be able to make something out of it. Anyway, let me know, what is the best find you think I had? Let's get it off that glary bit. Did you like the books? Did you like the actual rubbish, the actual trash? Yeah. What would you use? What would you throw away? What have you not thought about using? Let me know in the comments. I always want to know. I really enjoy the chats. I will talk to you soon. Thank you very much for listening to me. Bye-bye.